Sony and Honda have teamed up to create an electric vehicle called the Afeela. I believe it was originally revealed last year, but it was also showcased this year at CES 2024. The exterior of the vehicle looks pretty clean, pretty sleek, but I mean, listen, we're not going to be dropping jaws with this thing, but it does the job. They did drive it out on stage this year at CES with a PlayStation controller, which yeah, why not?
I was using this.
Which could be great for accessibility features, but it still brings a little bit of a concern. The entertainment system inside looks pretty good, pretty intuitive, at least from the animations that they showed, but then they showed off some weird features. If you ever wanted to drive your car in, let's say, War of the Monsters, you can. Or how about the ocean? Before we even start driving the car, how do we get into it? And it seems like you don't even need a key or your phone to unlock the car. All you have to do is walk up to it and the sensor scans your face. I'm not sure how this is gonna work in more snowy and cold environments, but time will tell. It does have a yoke, if you were wondering, with what looks to be actual buttons on the steering wheel, but it could also just be haptic feedback buttons. Fingers crossed for actual buttons on the steering wheel. The biggest ultra-wide monitor you've ever seen on the dash, a feature that I'm sure everyone is here for, parking assistance, where it doesn't hit people. And then they show off where you can completely change the theme or the wallpaper of the vehicle. And we're not just talking a little bit of the screen, but the entire UI. Because I mean, who doesn't want a Fortnite car? Oh, and also this little bar outside. You can also watch movies, put them up right on the dash. I mean, right next to the driver though. I feel like that might be a little bit illegal. Like, no officer, I wasn't distracted. I was just watching my favorite part of Silicon Valley. I mean, it's still a really cool feature though. And then it shows somebody playing Sackboy in the back seat. But can you also game while driving if it's on the dash, or is the dash limited to just movies? It should have great spatial audio, because I don't know if this is a completely accurate representation, because that is a lot of speakers. And you remember that little bar outside the car? Turns out it's a media bar, where you can customize it to show off a ton of different features. And oh, you can put your own messages on it. I'm sure some people will get pretty creative with that. Overall, what we've seen of the car so far, the Afeela, looks pretty good. But my main concern is that most of the footage here is an animation. We didn't really see the car in action too much, and I understand it's still a prototype, but it seems like they're promising on a lot of different features here. So if they can pull it off at a reasonable price, I'd call that a W. But if you didn't know Sony and Honda were working on a car, now you do. And I want to know what you think of it down below in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'm going to go see what other crazy things are going on at CES.